Welcome to Nature Walk, the podcast where we explore the fascinating world of wildlife and the natural environment. I'm your host, David, and I'm thrilled to have you joining me on this journey into the great outdoors. Today, we're going to talk about a remarkable discovery that's got the birding community abuzz. Imagine taking two familiar species, the blue jay and the green jay, and combining them to create something entirely new. Sounds like science fiction, right? Well, it's not. Meet the grue jay, a hybrid bird that's been spotted in the wild, and it's got everyone talking. The story begins in Texas, where researchers have been studying the overlap of the blue jay and green jay populations. It turns out that climate change and suburban sprawl have brought these two species together in ways they never have been before. The result is a bird that looks like it was put together from spare parts. The blue feathers of a blue jay, the emerald mask of a green jay, and a vocalization that's a mix of both. Now, hybridization isn't uncommon in the animal kingdom, but what makes this case so interesting is that these two species haven't shared a common ancestor in over 7 million years. That's a long time, folks! And yet, here we are, with a bird that's defying the odds and creating a new identity for itself. The researchers behind this discovery are calling it a biological curveball, and it's got them wondering what other surprises the natural world has in store for us. Will we see more of these hybrids in the future? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure. This is a reminder that the natural world is full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. We'll be right back with more fascinating stories from the natural world on Nature Walk. Welcome back to Nature Walk. I'm your host David, and we're glad you're joining us again today. As we continue our journey through the natural world, we find ourselves in the midst of a critical conservation issue that's unfolding in Indonesia. The tropical rainforest heritage of Sumatra, a UNESCO World Heritage site, is under threat due to a proposed boundary change that would allow for geothermal development in the area. This move has sparked widespread concern among conservationists and local communities, who fear that it could lead to devastating consequences for the region's biodiversity and ecosystem. The Indonesian government has cited the need for renewable energy as the reason behind this proposal, but critics argue that there are alternative solutions that wouldn't involve compromising the integrity of a protected area. The geothermal project in question is being pushed by a subsidiary of PT Barito Renewables Energy, which has already secured an exploration permit for the site. However, the project's potential impact on the local environment and communities is still unclear, as the required environmental impact assessment has not been completed. Conservation groups are sounding the alarm, warning that this could set a dangerous precedent for the exploitation of other protected areas in Indonesia. The stakes are high, with many endangered species, including the Sumatran orangutan, tiger, and elephant, calling this rainforest home. The loss of their habitat would be catastrophic, not just for these iconic animals, but also for the ecosystem as a whole. As we consider the implications of this proposal, it's essential to remember that Indonesia has positioned itself as a leader in climate and biodiversity talks. Allowing geothermal development in a World Heritage site would undermine the country's credibility and raise questions about its commitment to environmental protection. The fight to protect the tropical rainforest heritage of Sumatra is far from over. Conservationists are calling on the Indonesian government to reconsider its decision and explore alternative renewable energy options that wouldn't harm the environment. As we take a closer look at this critical issue, it's clear that the fate of this incredible ecosystem hangs in the balance. Will the Indonesian government prioritize the interests of corporations or the well-being of its people and the planet? Only time will tell. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Nature Walk. Welcome back to Nature Walk. Today, we've been taking you on a journey through some of the most fascinating stories in the natural world. As we close out this episode, I want to leave you with an incredible tale of dedication, conservation, and the pursuit of one of the rarest creatures on our planet, the sayola. Deep in the Adamite Mountains of Laos, a team of trackers has been tirelessly searching for any sign of this elusive animal. The saoau, with its distinctive horns and shy demeanor, was only discovered as recently as 1993, and since then, very few have had the privilege of laying eyes on it. In fact, it's estimated that there may be fewer than 750 individuals remaining in the wild. The team, supported by the Saola Foundation, has been using cutting-edge technology, including camera traps and DNA analysis, to track down this critically endangered species. But their efforts go far beyond just finding the saola. They're also working to protect its habitat, engage with local communities, and promote conservation awareness in the region. One of the most striking aspects of this story is the sheer difficulty of the task at hand. The Annamite Mountains are a vast and remote range, with dense forests and limited access. The team must navigate treacherous terrain, avoid snares set by poachers, and contend with the ever-present threat of habitat destruction. And yet, despite these challenges, there is hope. The team has already made some remarkable discoveries, including the possible identification of a new species of leaf monkey. They've also gathered vital data on other at-risk species in the region, which will inform conservation efforts for years to come. As we reflect on this story, it's clear that the fate of the Sawala is inextricably linked to the health of its ecosystem. The Annamite Mountains are a biodiversity hotspot, home to countless unique and threatened species. By protecting the Sayola and its habitat, we're also safeguarding the future of this entire ecosystem. So what can you do to help? Spread the word about the importance of conservation in the Annamite Mountains. Support organizations like the Sayola Foundation, which are working tirelessly to protect this incredible region. And remember that every small action counts, whether it's reducing your carbon footprint or supporting sustainable practices in your daily life. That's all for today's Nature Walk. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, keep exploring your natural world.